Hi, and welcome to the Bottom Line. I'm Pastor Paul Steele. I'm the pastor at Bethlehem Church in Austin, Minnesota. And the Bottom Line is our weekly summary of the previous Sunday's sermon. Now, if you've been following along with our live stream, with our sermon videos, even with these Bottom Line videos, you know that we've been going through a sermon series entitled Living by Faith as we look at the book of James. Now, James through this letter, is teaching us, sharing with us some of the wisdom, godly wisdom that he has received, and he's passing it on to us so we can live in the way that God wants us to live. That's what wisdom is all about. Wisdom is the godly knowledge for living life well. And one of the big areas that we need wisdom in is relationships. We all have relationships, and we know that on the one hand, relationships make our lives better, but on the other hand, relationships also have the potential to making our lives more complicated. And so James shares with us 4 practical pieces of advice to help us manage our relationships. And the first is that we need to check our motivations. We need to check our motivations. Oftentimes we might say, hey, this is why I'm doing something, or this is what I desire. And what the reasons behind all of that, or what we really want, is something different. We have to pay attention to what our motivations are. We need to make sure that we're not living just simply by the common sense or the wisdom of this world, but that we're really living by the wisdom that God has, that God gives to us. Third, we need to submit our will to God's will. See, our wills, our desires are all kind of messed up because of sin and the corruption that sin has had on our lives. So we need to submit ourselves to the direction that God has for us. And 4, we can't judge. We all have our own issues. And so we need to look inward and take care of the one person we're responsible for, ourselves, and not judge other people. God is the ultimate judge. So for all this to happen, for us to implement all this advice into our lives, we need one thing, and that's humility. And that's our bottom line. Our bottom line is a disciple of Jesus lives a humble life before God and people. A disciple of Jesus lives a humble life before God and people. And so this is what wisdom looks like in our relationships. It looks like humility. So I want to remind you to join us on Sunday mornings. Join us at 10:30, either on Facebook or YouTube or in person. And remember, if you want to bless us, if you want to be a part of what we're doing here in Austin, go to our website, BethlehemChurchAustin.com, and follow the Give tab. And that's the best way you can support us, is by giving. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of the week, and God bless.